Our girl Ari Lennox. I love
Yes.
me some Ari Lennox,
do
man.
too.
I hate how her and J. Cole and the whole Dreamville situation went. But she been, she has an album,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I don't know. Yeah,
Vacancy.
she got the album out,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and
Shout
she
out.
doing a tour.
Yep. Shout
But she
out.
been going on her podcast run, and
Right. Right.
she's like a lover girl, man. She's
She really is.
always talking about relationships, man.
I think that me and Ari Lennox would be best friends.
Like so you like the you like
I love every time she talks. I'd be like, yes, like
so you agree with this crazy stuff she said. So just
this
tell the
is
people what she
this is
talking
her
about.
lived experience. Crazy. So Ari Lennox says she thought her accomplishments would attract successful men, but it actually does the opposite.
Mhm.
And this is a quote from her. And just realizing, wow, I think it deters them. It intimidates them. And so there was a lot of back and forth about her comments.
Mhm.
Some people felt like she was right on brand, that like
Yeah, a
your
lot of women say this.
accomplishments do sometimes intimidate other successful men.
Mhm.
But I know you're a big Kevin Samuels fan. So tell me what you think about her comments,
Well,
because
I think
you're a successful man.
on the back of everything she said, remember the last interview she did, she talked about how she only was attracted to the toxic
Mm-hmm.
men, and she ignored the nerdy good guys
Mm-hmm.
that would have been good for her. And now she's in her 30s, she want to get married, have some kids. She's looking back at all of this, and she's been in all these toxic relationships. So
Yeah.
it is very, very crazy now to come out and say your lived experience was you dating all toxic dudes and
Mm-hmm.
giving them all your time, but now saying your success intimidates them. Of course, if you're dating Pookie and Ray Ray, she never shared that she dated a successful guy that was on her level, quote unquote, and that wasn't on no toxic nonsense. And then that man was intimidated. So me personally, I don't think Ari Lennox, based on her what she said in her podcast, I don't think she gave anybody a shot that would even stand up to this to say like, okay, you got somebody on your level or a little above it, and they're not toxic and out here just trying to have a one night stand.
You don't think we're making some assumptions here?
I'm
Because
just going based off of what she said.
yeah, but I think you're also assuming that the successful men are also the toxic men. Not that these are different phases in her. She's only been successful and had these accomplishments for like maybe the last 5 years. So so prior to her success, she probably was dating toxic men.
I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna give you that. And this is not a shot at Ari Lennox. It's just the truth. Before we knew who she was working at Wendy's or something. Like she was
Toxic men.
but she wasn't successful. So I'm saying this point that she make, yes, she can still be given a toxic man, because we always say this.
Yeah.
Well, I always say this, and my stance is a woman don't have to be successful. She has to be somebody that
Pretty.
can bring you peaceful. Like she was pretty before she was Ari Lennox.
Right,
Let's be
right.
clear,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So she always had to pick of the litter. Like she can date a bunch of dudes because she looked nice. But now I'm questioning if she gave the right guy a chance. That's the only thing I'm questioning.
I
I'm not
understand what you're
questioning
saying,
that-
but what I'm saying is these are different phases in her life.
Yes.
You go through the toxic phase when you're poor. You do. But she's
No,
successful.
not according to SZA. She be rapping. They all be rapping about the toxic dudes
Okay,
right now.
but
And they up.
okay, because there's some overlap. You can be successful and toxic. So
Future.
what I'm saying, he getting engaged now. Anyway, different story.
I didn't know.
Different story.
I didn't.
So now what I'm saying is not that your point can't be correct. They could be successful and toxic. But what I'm saying is, to the point of her accomplishment, start there. So we're like circa 2020,
Okay.
we know her. So to the point of her accomplishments, then you meet other successful men and you're like, hey, I'm kind of like, got these things, these investments properties going on, da da da. They're like, okay, yeah, can you, give me something to drink? Like,
Well, okay.
like they're not interested in any of.
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly why, and this is one of the reasons that made me like Kevin Samuels, because at first, a lot of people was he got a lot of hate online, and I'm like, why are
Yeah.
people hating this guy? I start actually watching some of his content. People hated him because of his delivery, not what he said. Because what he said, a lot of people will agree with. So, like, tell me if you agree with this.
Okay.
This is why successful men. I'm not gonna talk about no broke leeching man. We all know it's dudes out there that can't offer nothing but you know what, and they leeching off everybody. We're not talking about beggars and leechers. I'm talking about the successful men.
Okay.
Let's say I'm in the NFL. Let's say I'm a corporate attorney. Let's say I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a professional. Make good six figures. The dude that y'all want, right? Okay. When y'all date that guy, even when you have your career and your success and your money, he doesn't get access to your money.
Okay.
Your money is your money. His money
Is our money.
Is our money. That's how a lot of women approach relationships. And we
Yes.
laugh about that, but that is the reality. Because if y'all didn't approach it that way, the whole 50-50 conversation wouldn't be a conversation, because especially when with married couples, your 50,000 and his 150 means y'all make 200. On paper, that's how the law works. But y'all be having these 50-50 conversations because y'all look at y'all money as yours and his money as ours. So the reason we don't go, or men, we don't really care. It's not that we don't care or we don't acknowledge all accomplishments. We acknowledge it, but the reason it doesn't tip the scale for us because we don't get access to what those accomplishments bring you. So if I'm not getting access to it, it's like you dating a dude that make money that won't give you no money, or a dude that has a great house but won't let you come over his house.
Right.
A dude that got a
I can't
Lambo
even get in
but
the
you
pool.
can't get in. So it's kind of like I might as well date Pookie and Ray Ray, because at least they show me some affection. I can get in this hoopty,
Right.
but you won't even let me in your Rolls Royce. So the Rolls Royce isn't as valuable. It's only valuable if you get access to it. So that's what a lot of men feel like. We don't get access to y'all success and y'all money.
I think also then the question is, why would you want access to her success and her branding and her, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing, y'all don't like gold diggers either. So I think that goes double for women.
I don't
Like,
think
you know, I don't
I
want
think
somebody
men
who
like
wants
gold diggers.
Men hate gold diggers.
Men say they hate gold diggers. Men want to be wanted.
Men want to be wanted, sure.
So that's the definition of a gold digger: a woman who wants you for what you have. Men want women that like them for what they have. They just don't like when y'all say it. Like when girls online right now saying you got to pay me 50,000 in order to date me. We don't like that. We don't like that rhetoric.
The rhetoric
and the narrative of that. But we do like women that like us for having things. And I think that's the big disconnect with dating, is we like to be wanted and we like to be desired for what we have, but we don't like to admit that. Because admitting it means I have to give you some money. I have to do this. I have to do the things to impress you. And we want to lie to ourselves that you only like me because of who I am and not because what I can provide for you. I'm going to be honest. I don't want a woman who would like me if I was just a bum dude. And she liked me for my appearance and what I am and my personality, but I don't have any ambition. I'm a bum. I can't take care of her. I can't provide for her and our kids, but she just liked me just for me. And no, I don't want a woman who would like me for that. I want a woman that even if she likes me, she encourages me to go be the best I can because she sees the potential in me. Even if I'm not successful and I'm not rich and I'm not this, she can see that in me and say, bruh, go get on your stuff, go to school, go get that trade, go invest your money, because your success equals our success. I want a woman to encourage me in that way. So
Ryan Coogler said.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you think Ryan Coogler's wife was just investing in his dream just to be mediocre? No, she want that return on that investment.
Well, I think also, okay, even if we say that guys, I think what you're saying is guys don't want it to be overt.
Correct.
Like, I don't want you to overtly.
From my experience.
I don't want you to overtly just be here just for the money. Like, obviously, I want the money to attract you, but I also want, and I want you to like that I can provide.
Yes.
But that shouldn't be the sole reason.
Correct.
While you're here. I think in the point of what Ari is saying is like, I don't want that to be the sole reason why you're here either, but I at least thought it would attract you or be an interesting fact about, an icebreaker or something.
Yeah.
But it actually works to kind of like repel certain, like, you got your own thing going on.
I'm gonna say
You don't
something.
necessarily need me. I can't necessarily get away with the same things. I think it's that coming from somebody who's not as successful as Ari Lennox,
Yeah.
just somebody who's very like self-aware
Yeah.
and someone who's very like outspoken, that intimidates men.
But I think you would fall in this category of being the type of successful woman that would potentially intimidate a man. I mean, you're
I
smart, you're
definitely
educated.
do.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
why
like
I resonated with it
you
so
fall in that.
much.
So you don't have to be an Ari Lennox to have this happen to
Mhm.
you. But what I was going to say is I think, and this might let me try to paint the picture for you. It's not that the accomplishments deter people away. It's the attitude and the mentality that a lot of y'all develop on the way
To
to
get in what
get
you
that.
got.
Exactly. So it's very rare to find a black woman. I mean, we just talking about black women because I never dated out of my race, so
Mhm.
I only know black women,
Mhm.
right? So it's very hard to find a black woman that's extremely successful. She has her money right. She have degrees or whatever type of certificate to
Mhm.
qualify her to do what she do,
Mhm.
and it's very hard. It's very hard to find that and somebody who don't have that I don't need a man type of mentality. Because what happens is when y'all make money, y'all look at life as I don't need men other than to have kids or get married. And if I'm not in that mindset to have kids and get married, I really don't need a man.
Mm.
But men, when we go work hard and do all of this, we're doing it for women. I tell girls like I told
You
like
got a point there. You
you see
kind of
what I'm
ate with
saying? We
that
do.
one.
That's why Jada Waiter, when she said, a lot of people were saying she's stupid, but she was saying like women, y'all got to give yourself more credit because a lot of the stuff that men go out and do is because you motivated him to do that. That's
Mhm.
why a lot of women needs to get credit for a lot of the stuff that even men do or their husbands
Mhm.
or their boyfriends or people that they support because yes, you didn't go make the invention, but you supported him throughout that,
Yeah.
which is why the laws are set up to
Mhm.
extract half of their
I'm
money during a
done.
divorce
That's
because
because y'all are cheaters.
a woman motivates a man, and y'all don't understand how the energy it takes to the energy it takes to date y'all and impress y'all and sleep with y'all and all of that. If men learn how to bottle up some of that energy and put it towards a business, put it towards a craft, that's when they become
It's
successful.
successful.
And
Mhm.
that to be honest, that is what birthed my success.
Mm.
Like J. Cole, one of my favorite artists, and he says if niggas put half in chasing ass into a craft, they'll be famous and rich. That's one of his
Mhm.
famous lines, and that is the truth. The dudes that are
All the energy, the focus, the
all the
intention.
focus, the intention, the
Yeah.
detail, the learning her colors, learning
Yeah.
all of this. If you put half of that
Just
into
half.
starting a business, bro, you will be successful. You
Mhm.
will be able to get the woman. And that's what men don't learn usually until their 40s. A lot of men don't learn that, but by that time they got three baby
I was gonna say you
mamas.
kind of like you're
Your
not really up on the
reputation
totem pole
your
for Ari
reputation is ruined.
Lennox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why they say men frontal lobe don't be developing and all. That is because we think we be thinking with, you know,
Mhm.
X and not with, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like we be doing things to get women. Most of the stuff, and I say about 80-90% of the stuff that we do is to impress women.
Right.
A lot of the stuff you wouldn't do if you could get women
Mm.
without doing it.
Mhm. I like that. I like that perspective because also it just shows like there really is no reason to be intimidated by a Ari Lennox if you're doing all this to attract an Ari Lennox. Like you're trying to be with somebody who wants, because here's the thing, if you don't want somebody who's overtly after your wealth, then you need somebody who has a little something of their own. You don't want to get them
even
out. You don't want to get them out the
man, I'm
projects.
talking about. I'm gonna say this like this. My friends, my female friends that make the most money are the biggest gold
I'm
diggers. It be
done.
the one. It be the broke friends that don't be trying to go. Man, my friend,
I don't
bro.
know.
One of I'm gonna tell you. One of my friends, she got one of these viral tweets, and I love this tweet, man. She is so funny. But she didn't want me to put her name out there because she like work in a high up
Yeah,
field, whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But she got this viral tweet. She says, I keep meeting these dudes that's in grind mode. Call me when you in spin mode.
No,
She
that's
makes she make like 150. She makes a lot of money. Like she's not broke at all.
all women are going to want you to spend money. Like that's not what I said. I said you
I thought that's what you meant.
solely. Yeah, I'm like
Oh, okay.
solely there.
And from my experience, the biggest gold diggers and the biggest women that really be about their money are the women that have their own money. Like the women that want you to buy them a designer bag are the women that can afford the designer bags.
Okay, how
themselves.
about this? How about this? And I think I see what you're saying because the women who have access to like even knowing what the designer bags are,
Some of these broke girls don't even know
I
what
was
these
gonna say,
bags are.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But where you have the one successful woman who's gonna be like, yeah, I want a designer bag, and then you have the girl who's coming out the project with 3 kids and 2 baby dads. She just wants you to pay her rent, and it's only like $20 or whatever, or $400 or whatever it is.
Right.
But she want that every month.
Right.
But that's not the same as a designer. So what I'm saying is, one wants you to support her lifestyle, and you might be okay with that because it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then the other one, I just want a bag. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't need you to pay my rent.
Yes,
I don't
but
need you to.
here's the problem.
I
and
just
here's-
want luxury items.
But here's the problem, and here's where the ego of a man comes in at. A lot of men know they're controlling that broke girl in the projects,
Yes.
and they giving her $300 for her Section 8 rent.
Mhm.
So a lot of men would rather deal with her because she's submitting to him. She's not talking back. She's doing everything he wants from a woman.
Okay.
The girl that just need the bag, you give her the wrong size bag, and
She
she's
upset.
she upset. And you didn't spend more on her
Yeah,
versus what you just spent
spent
on
on
her.
another girl.
So if you're a successful man and you're just looking for a woman for a few things, a lot of times it's just
Yeah.
men. A lot of men are lazy. It's easier to deal with the less successful girl than an Ari Lennox who putting her plaques in your face and doing all that. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to, what I'm
That's
saying?
hilarious.
Some men are just trying to get one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We are adults. We know what the one thing is.
Mhm.
So the men that are trying to get one thing, which one is harder to get?
Yeah.
The-
Ari Lennox stuff is gonna be a
The
lot
Ari
harder.
Lennox, you
yeah.
got to challenge. Your credit got to be right. You
Yeah.
got to know how to take her on a
And
date.
that's
open
why
the door.
it
A lot of
intimidates
dudes,
them because it depends on like, okay, do I really want to do all of this?
but
I probably
the
not.
example that I just gave of the dude that is looking at an Ari Lennox and a Section 8 chick,
I don't want to do all of that.
he only want one thing anyway.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to reproduce and have kids and start a family. If he was, he would go for the Ari Lennox.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of dudes are thinking short term, just trying to get a quick 1-2, and it's so much easier to just go with the other girl. That's just from my perspective.
I mean, it's true.
That's from my perspective. That is why.
But you know, it just went crazy because so many guys were like, "Oh no, we just don't want y'all to, we just want somebody respectful and this and that."
well,
I'm like,
yeah,
just,
because when y'all get money, y'all get a little disrespectful.
I don't think so.
Y'all
I
start talking back. Y'all start, it's a lot of things that happens because you have your independence now. Your independence isn't based on that man, and that. So okay,
that deters people.
okay, I'm not gonna say it deters y'all. Okay, think about men and women like this. If men control all the assets and the money because of how the world was set up and the world is sexist,
Mm-hmm.
okay, think about, picture a man with money or a man with keys and a woman with her mouth shut.
Come on,
The
man.
money, no, just think about. Hear me out. Think about. Just look at that.
Okay.
Now women have their own key.
Mm-hmm.
So now he got to come with something other than the key to impress her. She like, I got my own key.
Mm-hmm.
I can unzip my mouth
Yeah.
and I can zip my mouth up when I decide to.
Mm-hmm.
So I can talk my stuff now because I got my own key. So yeah, you want me to submit to you, and I can decide to do that, or I can decide to unzip my mouth, talk what I gotta talk, and you can't hold over my head.
You can't
that
dangle over my head that I got your
women
key.
making money now.
Yeah.
So you
But
gotta come.
it helps everybody. That back to Jada Waiter's point, me being able to say, "Hey, let's not do X, let's do Y." That can help you out.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I'm just saying
Everybody wins.
they do,
You
but
just
I'm
want a
saying
submissive slave so bad that you're missing out on your opportunity to be even better
I'm
than
not
you
gonna go. Don't
are.
I hate when people use slave.
Because
I hate.
slave,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
hate that term. But
Servant.
I get what you say. I
Servant.
get what you. I get what you're trying to say in that. But again, remember what we was talking about before. It's not that a lot of men hate women. It's just a lot of men love the position that they're in and the
Dominance.
power.
Yeah.
So just like I was talking about, it's not like a lot of rich people hate poor people,
Yeah.
but they would hate being one of the poor people more than they love helping the rich,
Yes.
helping the
The
poor people become
out.
rich.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of men are just jockeying for control.
Yeah.
And they're trying to keep that control. And the key that I talked about is y'all career, and it's a lot of that stuff that unlocks a lot of the backlash that y'all give men. And a lot of men, they literally would rather go deal with another woman that need them. Because remember, I told you, men want to be needed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men, a lot of men, especially if I'm worth 15, 20 million, why would I want to deal with somebody who's so combative and it,
I'm
girl,
done, not combative.
I'm just saying, like, this is how a lot of men think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I think like this. I personally, I'm living in 2026. I'm not living in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, people, I want you to be like your women ain't like grandmas. I don't want to be like granddad either.
I was about to say.
Like, I want to live in a household. There's too much money out here to be made by women for me to date a woman who doesn't have any marketplace or any value to the marketplace. That's just me. But I don't know if you can call me a traditional man. I mean, a non-traditional man because of that mindset. But I just live in 2026 and inflation is high. It costs a lot. The way I take care of my woman, I pay all the bills. But I would want you to take care of your own maintenance.
Yeah.
I want you to look good with or without me. So, like, I wouldn't, like, I can count on my hands how many times, like, I done paid for hair and nails and all of that. But, like, everything else when you with me.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's like, I'm probably not going to buy the bag, but I'm going to take care of everything else.
I bought a couple bags.
Okay.
I regret, but we not doing that no more. So
let's move on.
I didn't got a Chanel. I got a
little Shanae.
I got a Shanae on my American Express. Thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.